first thing we do is measure what kind of space that he's looking to build. And then we build a basic sketch. And that basic sketch on a piece of white paper turns into height, width, depth. And from there, we create a 2D and 3D or a color rendering based upon the racking system that we feel that is going to go best into this restaurant, whether it's all wood, whether it's metal, or it's a combination of both that kind of ties in the warmth of the restaurant. So if you look at now the drawing that we provided to them, this just started with a basic graph paper sketch of the height. We then measure the height, the width, the depth, the glass. It kind of shows you a plan view of everything that is there, anything and everything that has to be designed based upon the bottles that are going to fit in the space. So with that, what we also did, which made it very interesting in this space, is the lighting. They wanted to have some very interesting LED strip lighting going around the perimeter, kind of channel lighting on the floor and channel lighting on top. And then we put more of a warm base lighting on there. So we did more like a warm lighting in the cellar, while they also wanted to have an RGB or color lighting on the floor and on the ceiling. So it's a little combination of both. It's adjustable, so sometimes they want to make it red, sometimes they do purple. Obviously this one is blue at the moment, but that's kind of what they wanted to have, something to make it pop a little bit more. What we're using is frameless glass. So this is 1/2-inch tempered glass with a U channel. So what is a U channel? So you can't really use shower door glass in a wine cellar. You can't have clamps, you can't have little openings or air gaps. So what we use is about a 1/2-inch frame, you would say, but it's called a U channel that will host the glass inside and be able to seal more properly, so you don't have the air gaps like you would with shower door glass. And then what we did is we added the door and then a locking system, a little bit more of a mechanical locking system at the bottom, because frameless glass is very challenging to lock. And so when you're trying to lock a frameless glass door, you have very limited ways to do that. And we believe that this locking system was able to keep people out of their $500,000 worth of wine that's there sitting there today. So if you're already working with a contractor, you may have us do partial of what you're looking to do. But most of the time, customers, builders, designers, contractors, they all want us to do everything from start to finish. Why? Is because building a wine room has a lot of science to it. There's ways you have to have the correct foam, the amount of foam, the type of cooling unit, choosing the type of cooling unit. That's the most important, is finding the heart and soul of what this cellar is your cooling unit. At Custom Wine Cellar, we're completely turnkey. So we do everything from start to finish. How this started was, most customers would call us, or 4 out of every 10 calls that we receive are from customers or a builder or a designer who has a client that actually had issues with either their foam, doors, or their glass, or sometimes all three of those things. And we had to come in and absolutely rip everything down, other people's work, to be able to build it back the way it was supposed to be done in the first place. Contractors and builders, they try to skimp out on the foam, they skimp out on the type of cooling, or they skimp out on the way you're supposed to be doing glass. What we do is come in and rip everything out and build it back the way you're supposed to, so they have an absolute functional cellar for life. This is done, like I say, right now, currently, we probably have almost half of our business is based upon some of those issues from clients that try to build a custom wine cellar and try to go the less expensive way. At Custom Wine Cellar, we have clientele who call us with so many issues in their wine cellar. They've made such a big investment. I mean, we have clients that make investment of $100,000 to $1 million worth of wine. What we always explain to them, it's about just doing this project once. Functional, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. that is a lifetime warranty of security that your 100,000 plus investment is well taken care of and secured in a wine cellar built by customwinecellar.com.